Good morning and TGIF. Happy Friday, and how beautiful is this view from Domenico's on the Wharf. Nice sunrise there in Monterey. Those colors starting to lose them a bit as the sun comes up, but those skies will be nice and blue really all through the weekend. Sun is here to stay, and those temperatures will be mild as well, but the big story today, gusty winds. In fact, we do have a wind advisory in effect. All of these areas in blue, okay? So this is going to be parts of the Diablo range, lots of the Santa Cruz Mountains, so places like Bonnie Doon, Boulder Creek, Felton, all incorporated into that area, and you could see gusts up to 50 miles per hour today, okay? So those are very serious winds. Now, I do want to mention that even if you are not in that incorporated area, so for example, places like the Pinnacles, even the Big Sur coastline, even the peninsula at times, you could see some very gusty winds today. And this isn't the only wind alert that we have today. We also have a gale warning. Now, this doesn't affect those of us on land really as much, but for those of you mariners, or if you have plans to go boating today, I might reschedule those if you could, because here you see about 10 nautical miles out, you start to see this purple coloring here, and in that area, we do have large swells expected, as well as some very high winds, about 35 knots. So those are very gusty winds as well. And this starts at 9 a.m. today, and then it ends very early Saturday morning, about 3 a.m. So please keep that in mind, plan accordingly. And here are some of those additional impacts that we could see from those high winds today. Power outages, certainly possible, especially up in the mountains. We also could see trees down, debris on the roads, possible temporary road closures, and of course, difficult driving conditions if you are driving a high-profile vehicle, so a semi, or if you are towing something, a trailer, you will have difficulty driving today. So please just be mindful of other drivers, use caution today, and like I just said, hazardous conditions for mariners today. So what kinds of wind speeds are we expecting throughout the day? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that, because this advisory goes into effect at 7 a.m. So wind speeds at 7 a.m., Big Sur and Fort Hunter Liggett just under 20 miles per hour. And keep in mind, those areas aren't even incorporated into that advisory. Places that are incorporated into the advisory will see gusty winds right around noon, 15 miles per hour in Morgan Hill, 17 and 19 for Santa Cruz and Watsonville. Those areas are not incorporated into the advisory as well. So really across the board, gusty winds today right around noon. Hollister, Salinas, and Monterey, the only sheltered areas that are not going to be seeing gusty winds, because most of southern Monterey County, very high winds. Look at King City, 18 miles per hour. And throughout the afternoon, we're not going to get much of a break from those winds. 3 p.m., I am expecting peak winds to not even have occurred yet. 20 miles per hour further inland, 19 in King City, still seeing 15 in Fort Hunter Liggett. We now have 20 in Morgan Hill, and through the afternoon, still seeing those winds kicking up. I am expecting some of the highest winds to occur right around dinner time. 20 miles per hour in Pacheco Pass. We're now seeing 21 in Big Sur, 12 for Boulder Creek, 17 in Santa Cruz. And throughout the night, after dark, those winds won't really die down until tomorrow morning. Keep in mind, the advisory doesn't expire until 7 a.m. on Saturday. As for your high temperatures today, very mild, as I said, 66 in Santa Cruz, just a degree less for Capitola. We're really seeing similar temperatures for most of Santa Cruz County, although there is a little bit of variation in your overnight temperatures. Check out Scotts Valley, right at freezing, 36 overnight, 46 in the Summit area. So some areas a little bit chillier than others. Salinas area, we are still hanging on to those 70s today, low 70s Salinas today, 41 overnight tonight, and I am expecting mid 60s everywhere from Morgan Hill all the way down to Hollister, 30s overnight for San Benito County, so a little bit chillier there. And we have mid to high 60s for the immediate coastline, 40s overnight. You could get down to 36 though in Watsonville. That is pretty chilly. Now Carmel by the Sea, I have you at 69 currently. I think you could hit 70 if you get some extra sunshine today. 69 in Seaside, 68 in Monterey, 64 in Pacific Grove, so that's the coolest spot on the peninsula, but with all of that sun, it will be nice. Just make sure you have that windbreaker because you certainly might need it. Now down the Salinas Valley, a couple of leftover 70s, Greenfield one of them, 37 overnight though. We're just off the cusp of 70 in the Pinnacles. Very windy day today in the Pinnacles though. Maybe not the best day for a hike. Also maybe not the best day to check out the Big Sur coastline as it will be quite windy out there. 70 in Carmel Valley, 67 in Gonzales. Comfortable temperatures across the board for the Salinas Valley, and everything on the map today is going to give you mid-60s both inland at the coast. High 30s, low 40s overnight. Lots of sun through this weekend. All of those temperatures, not seeing a ton of change in them through the weekend. We will see coastal temperatures drop ever so slightly by next Monday. Have a great weekend.